welcome to the Hooniverse and to a brand new video. Now, this week's episode delves into the darkness of Doctor Who, politics and loneliness. 73 Yards is a soul-crushingly sad and twisted tale, seeing Ruby abandoned by everyone she loves, her relationships poisoned, and the Doctor vanishing forever. It doesn't feel like an episode of Doctor Who, so much so that the title sequence is nowhere to be seen. It feels closer to Russell T Davies' dystopian series Years and Years, which plays on time and decisions and how everyone can make the world fall apart. The real world is terrifying, and it's so much scarier when you haven't got a hand to hold. Ruby is placed alone, and the mysterious woman stalking her throughout her entire life since the cliff top is such a chilling idea. What could this lady say to every person that makes Ruby hated so much? Abandoned by her mother, strangers, and even Kate Stewart, and the entirety of UNIT. It's the horror. What would you say? Could you say? The power of words. It's great to see Kate popping up, showing UNIT still shines operating with discretion and not just guns and lasers. She's a caring character appearing throughout Doctor Who since 2012, but within seconds of hearing from the lady 73 yards away, she's transformed to hate Ruby. The scene in the pub is unsettling, fueled by a sense of anxiety and how cruel and creepy just normal people can be, feeling like an outsider before Ruby is even abandoned. Oh, and fun fact, the landlady in this episode is played by Maxine Evans, who also appeared as Helen Sherman in Torchwood episode Countryside. Now moving on, this is Millie Gibson's episode to shine. She plays her character so well, tailoring her performance to fit her character's long and changing life. Her life becomes tragic, so mundane and normal. She's lost the spark of travelling with the Doctor and the joy that comes with it. But from this, a mission arises to stop future Prime Minister Roger Ap Gwilliam, causing nuclear Armageddon. The episode takes a turn, and in terms of real-world timing in relation to UK politics, it's eerie. The whole episode is unsettling, and the fact that even when Ruby completes the mission, she's still not free of her following friend, and it just adds to this. Seeing Ruby aging down the years and visiting the TARDIS unkept, weathered by the war between land and sea, is such an ominous sight, heralding back to the 14th Doctor's speech in Wild Blue Yonder about the TARDIS sat on its outcrop by the sea. As civilizations rise and fall, lives begin and sadly end. The twist at the end of this episode is crazy and almost acts like a reward for Ruby's life, lived with the curse. If there's one thing this series has shown, it's how easily actions can change time from butterflies to beetles. Does this story work for me? Well, given that it's a Doctor Light episode with Ncuti Gatwa busy filming Netflix's Sex Education at the time of production, it shows that there are stories to tell without the Doctor, and it's dark and gloomy. It's horror, but Who style, and as usual, it's the unknown that is the scariest thing. I think it's a great tale, but unusual, that just feels like a modern Grimm's fairy tale. The unexplained really plagues the story. Some say it adds mystery, others might find it frustrating. The supernatural really sells the tragedy of this universal folktale, and Millie Gibson really made the episode her own. She was only 18 at the time of filming, and her performance made this Doctor Light episode stand out amongst an interesting crowd. I mean, who could forget this guy? 73 Yards then, a mysterious, uneasy, unsettling look into times changing and the hauntings of ancient ideas. What did you think of this unusual Doctor Who episode? Comment below your thoughts and subscribe to see more Doctor Who content. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.